Hi there, I'm Courtney and I am your Cosmic Connection Guide, and today is November 1st, so I wanted to bring you a card reading to see what this month has to bring for us as a collective. So we are going to go through energy of the month, mind, body, spirit, work, love, and general guidance. So that's what we've got on tap for today. I am utilizing the Light Seer's tarot deck. This is one of my favorite tarot decks. I love the imagery on here. It's so pretty. And it's also like a decent size. It's not like, they're not huge and hard to handle. So if you are in the market for a new tarot deck and you would like my recommendation, this is one of them. All right. And if you are looking for a more personalized reading, check the description below. I do 15-minute virtual readings, and then I do 30-minute and 60-minute virtual and in-person readings. So we can connect to specifically just your energy, and you can choose, wow, these really don't want to shuffle anymore, huh? And you can choose a specific card spread or just let it flow. All right. Y'all saw that, right? This is the energy of the month. We have Ace of Pentacles. This is actually one of my favorite cards of this deck. Mostly because I love aces. Aces are super amazing, and the aces are all about fresh energy and new beginnings and new opportunities. And I also really like Pentacles because it's all about, like, it's connected to earth. It's all about growing our roots. It's all about financial and material abundance. So energy of this month is there's a lot of like new beginnings happening, especially within our earthly materials. So think money, finances, anything that keeps us rooted, right? So we may have a new idea or thought process behind why we feel secure or insecure in ourselves, why we feel safe with certain people and not with others, how we can make ourselves feel more safe with just ourselves and solitude, things like that, is what's coming up for me. So lots of new energy this month regarding all of those things. So I'm just gonna shuffle and see what pops out, because that's what it feels like this kind of day is. Okay. So mind is Six of Cups, and memories. Like, I feel like we might have a lot of memories come up this month. This is a time where the holidays are ticking up, right? So we're seeing a lot more family members. It's also a time where, unfortunately, we recognize and feel the loss of loved ones so much more. Yeah. It's not that I feel like this is sad energy. This is just like things have passed. Things that you have wanted and needed at that time are gone, right? And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's something that needed to be done, but that doesn't mean that they didn't take a piece of you with them. Jeez, I swear I can talk. So yeah, the mind this month is probably going to have a lot of like distraction in regards to old memories coming up. And these may also be like memories from childhood coming up, especially regarding what happened around the holidays in some in your childhood for some people, or memories about like figuring out who you are, why you are the way you are, why your parents are the way they are, things like that. I think that there's going to be a lot of insights and realizations that are happening this month, and that is specifically, in my opinion, to shed a lot of that, because I feel like sometimes we have a lot of memories that come up and we're ashamed that we acted a certain way, or we behaved a certain way, or we said a certain thing, or we treated somebody a certain way. And it's not necessarily that this is being brought up to bring shame. It may be being brought up so that you can make amends, or it may be being brought up because you want to release it, or release the energy of it at least, right? We store that stuff within us. So it is important to have these realizations and these memories, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to live there. As I got Mike coming in over here, he's trying to sneak up on me. He's not being sneaky.
What's up, people?
All right, let's check in with physical things, the body. We have 2 cards coming out for this. So the first one that popped out was 2 of Cups. So lots of like balance. Ironically enough, Cups is about water and emotions. So we might even be releasing a lot of the emotions that we're having from our bodies. So crying, or like finding ways to express our anger, or things like that. Like not necessarily keeping things in, we're letting it flow. And because of that, we're finding the balance within our energy, and within our physical body. And the other card that popped out was the Devil. And this is not a bad card. Contrary to what many people believe, there are no bad cards in tarot. The Devil is really about those hidden things, illusions, misconceptions, misunderstandings. So those are probably going to be brought to light. And I feel like we're going to be able to move through a lot of those things from our bodies. So going for walks, or like letting the emotions come out however they need to come out, and noticing the things that aren't right, those hidden things that we've kept boxed up in the backs of our minds. Those things can be stored in our bodies, so we can release those. All right, so moving on to soul or spirit, whichever term that you prefer. Oh, I'm not reading 12 cards. Let's choose maybe 1 or 2. Great. All right, so soul or spirit, we have Knight of Cups. Why aren't you wooing yourself? The lighting went weird again. Why aren't you wooing yourself? Why aren't you romancing yourself? Why aren't you recognizing that you're deserving of love, whether that be from you or from other people? Your soul wants you to love yourself. You are worthy of the love that you give to yourself. I think you need to set up a date night for yourself. Have you ever done that? Where like you spend the night alone, but you're doing the things that you really want to do. Like maybe you watch your favorite movie, you cook your favorite meal, or you order from your favorite restaurant. You have your favorite drink, whether that be a glass of wine, or my go-to is a cup of tea. Like I love myself some peppermint tea. And you just do something for you, specifically for you. Take yourself on a date, whether that be in your own home or you go out by yourself. Take yourself out to dinner, right? Like, it's important for you to feed that portion of your soul that just wants love, that knows that you are the one that can give it. So, yeah, I guess my homework for you is to take yourself on a date this month. Alright, so let's check in with work. What is work going to be like? Collective level. 7 of Swords. Okay. Things are going to be illuminated from the depths. Like, we just look at the imagery of that, right? Like, we've got darkness, right? And it's being illuminated by the moon, right? So things are going to come to light. You might recognize some things at work that nobody else has. You might recognize that, like, you may not fit in anymore. You may not want to be there anymore, or other people may not. You know, you might get people coming up to you and being like, yes, like, I'm going to put in my 2 weeks. Or like hearing things around the office or wherever you are where it's rumors, but it's taking something that, instead of hiding it in the shadows, it's being brought out into the light. It's not being masked anymore. Yeah, like secrets, things like that are going to come to light for your work. Yeah, I feel nothing else is really coming up for that. So just be on the lookout for that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's something bad. Like, it could also just be like, I don't know, you've heard that there's going to be a pizza party, but nobody's said anything. And then all of a sudden, it's an ice cream party instead. I don't know. It could be fun like that. Love. Funny enough, I don't think I've pulled this card out of this deck before. The Queen of Swords. Stand tall, right? Like, I just took myself out of the camera because I did that. Yeah, stand tall, stay firm in your beliefs, and don't let people walk all over you. This is supposed to be for love. I guess love can be seen in different ways, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate relationship. But yeah, like, stand tall and firm in your beliefs, and don't allow other people to sway them. Nurture those beliefs too, right? Like, Queen energy is very nurturing and grounded. She's sure of herself. It's more about understanding you, right? Like, what are your beliefs? I guess especially around love, right? Like, this is what that card is being pulled for. What are your beliefs around love? Are there limiting beliefs that you need to release? Are there ideas that you want to bring in? Are there habits that you want to bring into your relationships, or the way that you look at them, right? Like, there's so much that we can do to like take a step back and expand on what we already believe, right? What we already know to be true. If we take a step back and just look at the big picture, we can see where some of our thoughts may not be needed or necessary, or where we need to adjust them slightly, right? I keep coming back to like, stand firm. It's okay to set boundaries within your love life. It's okay to be firm in those boundaries. If you really don't want to do something, don't do it. Yeah. All right. Last card. Just some guidance for the month. I told y'all it was just gonna be like cards being flown everywhere. It's just that kind of day we're having. This is one of my, we started with one of my favorite cards of this deck and we're ending with another one of my favorites. So this is the Star. The Star energy is all about healing, right? So like, this guidance is allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to do the things that you need to do in order to heal, to start the healing process or continue it, right? Like, in all aspects of life, right? Like our mind, body, soul, work, love, like all of those different aspects. How can we reflect on the healing that we've already gone through? How can we reflect on the healing that we need to go through in the future? And how can we bring that into our lives, right? Those are the questions that we want to ask ourselves. And I think the guidance that comes from this piece there's hope. There's hope that comes out of everything, right? Like, it doesn't matter what you're going through, who you are, what you believe in, where you are in any aspect of life, you can still have hope for the future and know that even if you're going through a tough time, there's good in it, right? There's always a bright side. There's always, guys, I've always been an optimist. I can see the good. I can see the good in everything, right? Like, if you come to the situation and you're like, oh yeah, like, this sucks, I can be like, oh, what about this? Like, you didn't think about that. Try to be the optimist in your life, especially when it comes to the healing process, because like I said at the beginning, I think I said at the beginning of this, if I didn't, then I'm going to say it here. Healing is a lifelong journey, right? Like, we are born to heal ourselves until the day that we die, and we will never be fully healed in any lifetime that we're in, because the whole reason that we're here as humans is to slowly peel back layers and to heal ourselves, and to learn lessons and to make mistakes. So there is hope on the other side of it, even though we're never going to, in my opinion, my philosophy is never be fully healed. There's still hope in the sense that we can continue to heal enough to live the lives that we want to live and to help others along the way as well. What a great reading. We've got a little bit of everything. Right, so we started out with the Ace of Pentacles for the energy of the month. We've got the Six of Cups for the mind. Definitely feeling more like memories, and especially around the holidays, that can come up a lot with like past loved ones. For the body, we had Two of Cups and the Devil, so like illuminating our shadow side, finding more balance, especially within our emotions, and releasing that through our body. Soul was Knight of Cups, like take yourself on a date. And then we had work, which was Seven of Swords, things coming to light, right? Illuminating the shadows. And then that was work. This is love. Love is Queen of Swords, like standing firm in your boundaries and making sure that like you stick up for yourself. Queen vibes, right? Nurturing your beliefs. And then general guidance is like just hope. There's hope in all of this. Even if it feels like everything is crumbling down, there's still hope, because on the other side of the crumble is the Star. Because the card that comes right before this one on the Fool's Journey is the Tower, where your foundations crumble. So when that happens, there comes healing and hope and renewal. So that's what's up for this month. I hope that you have a wonderful November. And yeah, check out the description if you're interested in getting a card reading so that we can personalize this reading specifically to you and your energy. And I will see you soon.